in Marvel once. I stopped at this great ice cream shop. And I'm like, no, you didn't. That didn't happen.
What about that place fascinates you then? I mean, in a way you describe it as being, I mean, uninteresting, but you find so much about it that is interesting.
Yeah, I think the fact that people live there and my family has remained there. It was a silver mining town in the 1920s, and after the ore ran out, most of the people left, and my family has remained there for a few generations now. So,
You go back.
oh yeah, I go back a couple times a year, and I'm very nostalgic for the landscape, which is just kind of burnt and dry and tumbleweeds. And I think there's a kind of isolation that you feel there, and also a solitude that sort of seeps into a person, and I crave that a lot. And I think I go there in my writing out of nostalgia for that.
I'm going to check Marvel, Colorado out. I wonder if others will after hearing
I know, I just
about
made it into a tourist spot.
Right, exactly. You're listening to Colorado Matters. I'm Ryan Warner, and we're speaking with the Colorado writer Amanda Ray. She has recently earned a pushcart prize, the Rona Jaffe Award, which honors up-and-coming young female writers. That came with $30,000 as well. I go back to the story of was it your great-aunt, great-great-aunt, who sold the monkey peas?
Great-aunt, yes.
Yeah, as a remedy. And I think that maybe she did that out of desperation, financial desperation. Were they impoverished, and was that your experience?
Yeah, my family has definitely experienced poverty going back several generations. My family, my father had a ranch when I was growing up, and so I started out life on a ranch, and then the ranch went bankrupt when I was about 6, and my parents divorced, and after that my mother cleaned hotel rooms, and my dad was a construction worker, and there were periods of times that my dad lived in a trailer house that didn't have a door, and the snow would drift in, and we would shovel the living room, and we didn't always have plumbing and electricity, so...
And what a contrast from having had a ranch and having had land.
Yeah, and I think there's this image of Colorado as ski towns, and maybe people think of Aspen, but there's also this whole service industry that goes into supporting places like that, like Durango, where I'm from, and so we lived on the other side of that Colorado, where you're washing tourist sheets and building, my dad built these beautiful houses for wealthy Texans, moving to Colorado they'd put up a beautiful house for Thanksgiving, and then, my dad, we would live in a trailer house while we did that, so I'm interested in that kind of dichotomy of Colorado.
I'd like you to read an excerpt from your short story, Following Slope